Wanted to go and see the gorillas in Volcanoes National Park. The owner has to be around. We want to take a few examples. For example, if you're flying from Kigali to Entebbe Airport in Uganda, you cannot really fly alone. We will have the air hostesses, we shall have the room attendants, people in the kitchen, people in the waiters. Keep the food, and then I will sell it after 2 days when I get the customers. No, the food will have. Gana action, ni ushaka kwega indimi. Gana action, ushaka kuba umusirimu. Gana action. Hello, you're most welcome. My name is Simon, and I want to welcome you to our tourism class at Action College. Yes, before we start, pick up your phone, call Action College at 0787 246 268 for all your education queries. Better still, you can visit our website as it is here on the screen, and then you can ask any question, you can ask for any help. For private candidates, for all your private candidate needs in tourism, accounting, culinary arts, software development, and many other options, including science options, you can still call us up at 078 72 46 268. It is easy as that. Today, in our tourism class, we want to define some key terms in tourism. We want to start with tourism. What is tourism? Tourism means activities of persons traveling from their home area to the destination area for more than 24 hours and not more than 1 year. Activities of persons traveling from their home area to the destination area for more than 24 hours and not more than 1 year. What does it mean? If someone traveled from here to Akagera and came back the same day, we cannot call that person a tourist. Instead, he's going to be called an excursionist, same-day traveler. So it has to be more than 24 hours, but still it cannot be more than 1 year. If it exceeds 1 year, what does it mean? It means that person becomes a resident of that area. I think that is very clear. And who is a tourist? A tourist is any person traveling from their home area to the destination area for more than 24 hours and not more than 1 year. Like we said, tourism is an activity, but a tourist is now a person doing the activity. Now we're saying a tourist is any person traveling from their home area to the destination area for more than 24 hours and not more than 1 year. Right. And who's a tour guide? A tour guide is a person who leads and facilitates or helps a group of tourists in a destination. Why is a tourist guide very important? It's very important as he performs many duties because these tourists are very unfamiliar to the destination. They really don't know the destination. So the tourist guide will be able to step in and help and explain more of the concepts that they have to visit. From that, we are going to look at characteristics of tourism products. For a tourism product to be called a tourism product, it has to have these following characteristics. Number one, intangibility. Tourism products cannot be touched, felt, or tested before purchase. You cannot really have to test a tourism product before you pay for it. And most of these products are just services. They're not tangible. It's not like you go and buy a computer, which you can touch. It's not a tangible product. It's just a service. Take an example, tour guiding. After paying like 2 million, after coming from the tour, you have nothing to show in your hands tangible. So which means all tourism products, most of them are services in nature. We want to take an example. If you wanted to go to, for example, Canada, and you want to take a plane, you would not go and first sit in a plane and see if the seat is very comfortable, then you can pay. No, you pay for your ticket before you even look at the plane, even before the time for traveling comes. So here we're saying tourism products are intangible. They are not touchable. Tourism products cannot be touched, felt, or tested before purchase, right? Characteristic number 2 is perishability. Tourism products cannot be stored for future consumption. We are saying if not consumed, if not used, they become worthless. We want to take an example. A hotel that has 100 rooms, it has a night occupancy of 50%, meaning we have 50 rooms that are occupied. This means the other 50 empty rooms, we have lost that money for that night. Even if we have a full occupancy the next day, it means the previous day we lost the money for 50 rooms. So we are going to say tourism products cannot be stored for future use. If not consumed, they become worthless. We can take another example. For example, if you're doing a restaurant and you make a buffet and people cannot come to consume your buffet, you cannot say, I will keep the food, then I will sell it after 2 days when I get the customers. No, the food will have gone bad. So which means tourism products are very perishable. Next. The other characteristic is inseparability. Tourism products cannot be separated from their owner or from their place of production. What does it mean? For example, if you're to use any tourism product or service, the owner has to be present for the transaction to take place. We want to take a few examples. For example, if you're flying from Kigali to Entebbe Airport in Uganda, you cannot really fly alone. We will have the air hostesses, we will have the pilots in there to make your travel become very good. And you cannot be there alone. You cannot say, I don't want the air hostess, I don't want the pilot. We can take another example. If you wanted to go and see the gorillas in Volcanoes National Park, the owner has to be around. Who is the owner now? The tour guide, the ranger, the tracker, they have to be there. You cannot just go there alone without the owner. Same applies to Akagera National Park or any hotel room. If you're in a room, of course, we shall have the receptionists, we shall have the room attendants, people in the kitchen, people in the waiters. So you use the product at the same time when the owner is present. Inseparability. Tourism products cannot be separated from their owner or from their place of production. We can also have another example. If you wanted to see the lions in Akagera National Park, however much money you would have, you would not say, I really feel I don't want to go to Akagera National Park, so bring the lions, I want to watch them from my hotel. No, you really have to find them where they are. Same applies to any other wild animal. You have to find it in their place. The other characteristic is marketability. Tourism products are marketed at 2 levels. Number 1, regional level. The other one is national level. For example, if, for example, here in East Africa, the leaders wanted to market East Africa as a region, yes, they will do that. But of course, that would not stop Rwanda as a country on a national level to also market itself. We have seen this in the Visit Rwanda campaign, where Rwanda sponsors a few teams in England and other places. We have Arsenal, we have PSG and other teams. And of course, this has brought a lot of results. So we are saying, even if we can market East Africa as a region, but we need to direct tourists to come to Rwanda. That is marketing Rwanda at a national level. But when we say we are marketing at a regional level, we are saying East Africa. But also as Rwanda, we really have to say we have this to show in terms of tourism. So we are saying marketability, tourism products are marketed at two levels, national level and, of course, regional level. Seasonality. Here it means tourism products do not have continuous demand. They are consumed in seasons. And which seasons do we have in tourism? We have two seasons. We have high season, which we could call peak season, and then we also have a low season. What do we mean by a high season? A high season is that time of the year when a destination receives a high number of tourists. We have a high number of tourists. That is mostly in a dry season. That's when we have many tourists coming in. Then when it's a rainy season, tourists start going back to their places. So we are saying a high season is that time of the year when a destination receives a high number of tourists. Whereas a low season is that time of the year when a destination receives a very low number of tourists. Yes, high season and low season. High season, that time of the year when a destination receives a high number of tourists, and low season, that time of the year when a destination receives a very low number of tourists. Another characteristic is lack of ownership. Lack of ownership. This means after paying a large amount of money for a tour, that will not guarantee you ownership of the product you're paying for. If you're paying for ground transport, if you're paying for accommodation, if you're paying for a tour in a national park, it does not mean you have bought the national park or you have bought the plane. No, it means you're just going to sit in that plane and later you will have to leave it behind and go. So which means you really don't own what you pay for. You just see it, use it, and leave it behind. So we're saying as a characteristic, tourism products, they lack ownership. When you buy it, you don't own it. Okay, I think we have seen that. And the other one is heterogeneity. Heterogeneity or variability. What does it mean? Same products, same services are provided differently depending on one, service provider, 2, timing, 3, standard of the place where you're getting the service. All that makes same products, same services to be perceived differently depending on the service provider, place, standard, and time. We want to have some examples. If you took a game drive in Serengeti National Park, it is a game drive. Yes, we know it's a game drive. You take it in Serengeti National Park, and later you come to Uganda and take another game drive. They are all game drives. But trust me, the experience you get from Serengeti would be different from the experience you would get from Queen Elizabeth National Park in Uganda because of the following factors. Number one, maybe timing. One comes in a wet season, which is not good for tourism, and another one will come in a dry season. That is number one. That is timing. Number two, the guide. You might meet an experienced guide with a lot of customer care with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of experience. But then when you come to, it's an example, when you come to Queen Elizabeth National Park, maybe this person will not be as standard as the first person you saw. So they are all game drives, but the experience will be different. We can also take another example. You're sleeping in a room in 4 Points Sheraton Hotel. It is a deluxe room. Of course, we know they should have same standards for all the hotels. Then you go to Radisson Blu for the same room, deluxe room. Trust me, the experience you will get from 4 Points will be different from the experience from you will get from Radisson Blu. Deluxe. But of course, the experience, how you'll be happy, how you'll have to reflect on everything is gonna be different. Yes. What you have to do in case you want to do a private candidate for any option, just pick your phone, call us up on 078-7246-268. Or better still, you can visit our website, www.actioncollege.ru. Really want to thank you so much for listening. Thank you. Till next time.
Gana action, niba ushaka kwiga indimi gana action, ushaka kuba umusirimu gana action.
Ciao, ciao.